You're welcome. Out into the woods again today. Go trip into the woods, into a nice little place. I take my dog for a walk in the woods. Little dirt, oh, not a dirt track, but a cycle lane maybe. I don't know. People cycle down here on the bikes and stuff. I don't know, but it's a place I can take my dog and you know, have a think about, because obviously I'm thinking about BBC and what they get up to with your money, what you're paying your license fee for. Become license free, like Inspector C. You don't have to worry about these problems because it's a simple thing you got to do, you know, to become license free. Very simple. No big deal. You're not watching. You're not paying. That's all you got to remember. That's you can remember that. You don't need to fear a knock on the door, which from the BBC you're going to get eventually. Maybe, I don't know. If you do it the legal way, that means you ring up and you cancel your license. You know, and get your 2-year exemption. You're not going to get any letters. You're not going to get any for 2 years. No harassment from the goons, as we call them, goons, or the Capita BBC trying to sell your license. Because once you come off the register as a household that you're paying your license, once that ends and stops, obviously they want to try and get the money back, because that's what they want, every household to pay your license fee to them. You know, whether you're watching or not, they couldn't really care less, to be honest with you. I don't think, you know, to be honest with you, they just maintain that monopoly which they've got to every household must have a license. So whether you're doing it the legal way, like I am, becoming license free, it really makes no difference, I suppose. When I'm thinking about it today, actually, if I wasn't legally license free, if they come knocking on my door, I'd do probably the same, because I'm not watching. You see, I'm not watching, I'm not paying. But anybody who's not, you know, who's still watching BBC, it's up to you. That's something I don't want you to get to do, because I don't miss it anymore. I don't miss the BBC and its programs. I watch other things anyway, so it doesn't affect me at all. I don't watch because I've got other things that I want to do with my television, and other things I want to watch on the internet or whatever. So it doesn't really bother me if they come knocking on my door, because I'm not watching, so I'm not paying. So I'm totally, how can I put it, totally innocent of what they're trying to say. If they come knocking on my door, oh, have you got a license? I say, yeah. Sorry, no, I don't need a license. So I defend myself has more right to do. You know? I have a right to defend myself, and you know, that's what it is. Defend myself being I'm breaking no laws, I'm not doing anything wrong, I'm not watching, so I'm not paying. It's quite dark in here today for some reason. It's very, very dark. There's wood, but maybe the trees have grown a bit and it's quite dark. Anyway, like I say, if I get a knock on the door, which I haven't done for 3 years now, my license doesn't bother me whether, you know, they come knocking to try and get me to buy me another license. I don't want one, so I've nothing to fear from them. In some respects, I don't really want a license anymore. And not just to save myself £160, which it does, but I don't watch. There's not a lot that I want to watch on BBC. There may be 2 or 3 programmes I do miss, but I've got all the news, all the programmes I want off YouTube. I've got all the things that maybe 1 or 2 things that you do miss, but by and large I don't really miss anything, because if it's any good, the BBC are producing any, I don't watch soap, but if they're producing any good TV series or TV programmes, like something like Peaky Blinders, which I think really the only things that interested me, really, I mean, anything like Strictly Come Dancing is just a complete joke to me. I'm not interested in that and stuff like that, or any other quiz shows, stuff like this. Quiz shows don't really interest me one bit. So there's only a handful of programmes that I want to watch anyway if I wanted to have a licence. So that's it, folks. I don't really want to watch. So I've nothing to fear from them coming knocking on my door to collect a licence, because I don't want it. So there you have it, folks. You know, and a simple thing that I'm not watching, so it doesn't bother me at all whether they come, they don't come, or whatever. If they do come, I'm prepared, of course, to say no thank you and shut the door in the face and say goodbye. And anything else that happens, it's all documented here for you. So, you know, in some respects, if they come knocking on my door, I will do it for the channel, saying, well, yes, I don't watch BBC television. If they want to gain entry to check all this, they would have to get a search warrant. Now, if they want to get a search warrant, they're welcome to do. But as far as I know, they have to get a evidence, or some kind of a evidence that I'm doing something wrong. And if you haven't got evidence, a magistrate won't really give you access to them to get into my property. So you just play it like that. If they're going to go and get access to my property to check my equipment, obviously they have to do it their legal way, as a case against a civil case against me and the BBC. So that's what it's going to become, folks. It's going to become a civil case, me and the BBC. Expect to see, text the BBC to court or whatever. I don't know. They come invading my privacy or trying to force entry, or trying to get entry without me agreeing with it. Like I say, I have nothing to fear, so I could actually agree and come and check anything, but they can't find anything because there's nothing there to watch. So, you know, it's a useless entry anyway. If they did come in, that I have nothing to hide. I probably could let them in legally, and they will check my equipment, say, yes, you're right, Mr. Gleed. Yeah, Mr. yeah, we don't, your license is not required in this address, and they'll be correct, and so there's nothing to fear. So that's why I say, folks, there's nothing to fear if everything's done legally, which I am legally license free, which is what I agree to everybody should do, like me, like Inspector C, become legally license free. And if you do that, folks, you've nothing to fear. It's a bit like Alex Bellfield wanting his day in court to convince people that he's been victimised or whatever, or wants his day to get his day in court to clear his name or whatever the case is against him. But it'd be the same with me. I want to have my own day in court and say, well, they came knocking on my door telling me this and that and other when I don't need a licence, and I'd probably want compensating. I said, well, yeah, they took me to court trying to insinuate that I've been watching BBC television. They got no evidence and stuff like this. So you stand your ground to them, and don't be allow them to intimidate you in the slightest. So that's what you do, folks. And if you do that, obviously you've nothing to fear from knocking on the door. So I couldn't really care less anymore whether they do knock or not. I'm only documenting when they do. I shall be prepared for them. But as I said, whether they do or not, I don't know. It doesn't really bother me anymore, because I've been nearly 3 years without paying, so it doesn't bother me. I don't miss the BBC. I watch other things and I get all my news on what I need to know. Any decent programmes that come on the BBC, if there's something really good, I've got access to watch it somewhere else, or at a friend's house, or maybe somebody can tell me about it and I can get access to it if it's any good. Like I say, most of the stuff will go onto Netflix anyway. If it's a TV series or documentaries, probably they will sell it to Netflix anyway. And that's an account I've got as well, you see. So anyway, folks, thanks again for all the new people who have come along, and hope it's helping them to sort of understand, if you're license free with Inspector C, there's nothing to fear, because you're doing nothing wrong and you're quite innocent. And of course the BBC, of course, have to prove something that you're watching without paying, I suppose. Well, I'm not watching, I'm not paying, so I'm not watching, so that's what it is, folks. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there, because my dog is getting a bit in this green stuff. I can't wait to find where he is. Oh, he's here. So anyway, folks, we just had a bit of a walk, a bit of a rant about the BBC, but as I say, on this channel, I'm doing nothing wrong, just advising people who want to become license free with Inspector C. You're quite welcome to. And it's quite simple. As I said before, cancel your account, ring them up. It's the best policy, ring them up. Get your 2-year exemption. When you've got the 2-year exemption, then you've nothing to worry about for 2 years. No letters, nobody knocking on the door up to now, for me anyway. I've got 6 months left on my 2 years. So it's all been documented here, folks, what's going on. So anyway, folks, I'm going to leave it there. The last few videos have been pretty lengthy, but it's just basically, now that people are trying to cut back on a lot of things, that is one thing you can do, is obviously save yourself £160 becoming license free. If you're not watching and you want to become legally license free, that's what you have to do, folks, and it's that simple to do, by just ringing up your 2 years exemption, saying you're not watching, you're not paying, you're not watching any live television. You're allowed to watch catch up, that's quite allowed. There's things you can watch. Like I said, Chili John's channel, my friend on YouTube, Chili John, has got a lot of interesting things you can do, and what you can do legally without having to have a license. It's all there documented on his channel. I'm just documenting my experience with becoming license free, and if I can do it, anybody can. So anyway, folks, gonna leave it there. Like I say, thanks again for everybody tuning in. Give me some likes and comments, and if you want to comment, you're welcome to. If you want any information about becoming license free, you're welcome to ask me any questions you want, and I'm here to help. And hopefully, if everybody does the same, this license fee will be finished, and BBC will have to think again about becoming on a subscription channel, whatever, because that's what's going to happen. It's not going to happen now till 2027. Nothing's going to happen now. It's going to still carry on the gravy train, BBC. They're not going to do anything. They're just going to carry on as it is, and just hope that nobody, just as what I'm doing, just becomes license free. If you become license free, obviously you like expect to see license free. So I hope you bear that in mind. You want to do it the legal way, which I've done. You're just not watching, you're not paying, and that's all you need to know, folks. So anyway, folks, I'm going to leave it there. It's been a couple of long videos. Hope you don't mind that, and hope you found it interesting, and you know, setting your mind at rest. If you want to become license free, it's all here on my channel, what to do. And you're with me as well. If you join my channel, I have any problems, I will certainly let you know. Any knock on the door, or any anybody trying to harass me or whatever, I will document it, and of course I will hopefully have no problems with it. So anyway, folks, if I can do it, anybody can. Like I say, folks, I will see you on the next one. Bye now.